Whether you just went through a grueling workout that beat your ass up and down the gym, or like me, you're on the mend because of an injury, your nutrition plays a vital role in the speed and the degree of your ability to fully recover. So today, I want to share with you 7 of my favorite foods to help facilitate a faster and more effective recovery period that leaves you both stronger and more jacked. Before we start the list though, let me say that there are a countless bounty of foods out there that are congruent with the goals of muscle recovery and regeneration. So just because you don't see some of what you personally believe to be superior on this list, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be included inside your diet. This list is just dedicated to the foods that I personally like to prioritize to help stimulate faster muscle synthesis. It also must be noted that consistent quality sleep has to be paired up with quality nutrition to assure an ideal outcome for you. Now, without further ado, let's get started on the list. All right, let's get started. Number 1, water. I know what you're thinking, what a cop-out. It's not sexy, and hell, it isn't even really a food because it's got no caloric value. But the fact of the matter is, without its ability to help facilitate the transport of vital nutrition to the damaged muscle fibers, flush out waste, ease soreness, and regulate both pH balance and your core temperature, everything else on this list is really rendered useless. Bottom line, for general health and well-being, drink more water. I'm not saying you have to be that meathead, that guy at the gym who carries around a jug of water everywhere, but a goal of a gallon or so spread out throughout the day is both ideal and overall very achievable. So do yourself a favor, drink more water. Number 2, any type of berries. Raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. The more and the increased color that you consume, the better. The antioxidant-rich composition of them makes for a perfect post-workout buddy to whatever protein that you decide to pair it up with. They help neutralize free radical buildup that occurs in response to intense exercise and other trauma, and ultimately reduce inflammation at the cellular level to help ease soreness and create a clear environment, so to say, for the damaged cells to mend. One last thing I will say about berries, or any fruit for that matter, when it comes to fruits, a lot of influencers like to speak in absolutes and bastardize them. They treat them like they're the devil instead of the sweet treats from God that they truly are. And people listen because these influencers speak with such confidence and conviction. And the scary thing is, they seem to be 100% convinced that they're right. They are blissfully unaware of just how little they actually know, which is scary as hell when you take into consideration they have influence and sway over what you put inside your body if you're not careful. So be wary of these absolutists who preach exclusionary diets that proclaim that one particular food group is the devil, because odds are they are completely and utterly full of shit. Number 3, honey. Yep, another carb before any mention of protein. Let me explain. After a tough workout, you're in a very inflammatory and ultimately catabolic state. Your glycogen stores in both your muscle bellies and liver are usually running on empty, and overall, you're feeling pretty zapped. Consuming faster digesting carbs like honey in conjunction with antioxidant-rich fruits like berries will neutralize free radical buildup as it refills and replenishes those depleted glycogen stores. And the subsequent spike in insulin helps to accelerate transport of amino acid-rich protein into the damaged cells of the muscles that you hit that day. I know a lot of lifters like to use a faster digesting carb here like dextrose, but for me personally, the delicious, all-natural aspect of honey, plus the fact that it too is very high in antioxidants, makes it a perfect fit for your post-workout recovery shake. So pound these with berries and a good protein, and you're good to start the recovery process. Number 4, red meat. Finally, protein made the list, right? The fact is, and this is indisputable, damaged muscle fibers, regardless of how they are damaged, whether that be from working out or injury like me, need amino acids from protein to help rebuild, regenerate, and repair. And the complete amino acid profile, especially leucine, that red meat offers makes it a top choice for improving the rate and the degree of protein synthesis. Not to mention, it's also high in iron, which aids in oxygen transport throughout cell bodies, zinc, which naturally boosts immunities and has many cell regenerative benefits, and B vitamins, which improve cell metabolism for increased energy, plus faster overall recovery. As for what cuts are best, a lot of dietitians will tell you to spring for the leaner cuts like sirloin, New York strip, London broil, flank steak, and filet if you got the money for it. And while all those cuts are both delicious, nutritious, and quick to prepare, given the fact that they're typically grilled, I've got a dark horse for you to try. Beef shank. I know what you're saying. That's typically something that no one ever gets. Most cooks will use them in soups because of how tough they are and how long they need to cook in order to become tender. But I'm telling you right now, if you have a Dutch oven or a slow cooker and aren't afraid of a little bit of sous chef work on top of being super tender and hearty, this very cheap cut of beef has some huge benefits for muscle recovery. After trimming a lot of the fascia and connective tissue that surrounds and encapsulates the lean meat portion of the shank, which, if you don't know, is kind of like the cow's equivalent of our calves, the lower leg portion, you're left with some very high quality lean red meat in conjunction with bone marrow that, when properly cooked and rendered out, leaves you with a ton of high quality collagen and fat that dramatically decreases joint and muscle inflammation while both enhancing the rate of recovery and improving overall tissue strength. I'm telling you right now, if you see beef shanks at your local grocery store or butcher, load up on them. They are cheap, delicious when braised over a few hours, along with some healthy root vegetables, and pack a huge punch in the nutrition department. Do not sleep on beef shanks, all right? Number 5, game meat. Look, I don't know or particularly even care where you guys stand on the ethics of hunting, but what I can tell you definitively is this. If you want to know for sure that your meat is 100% hormone-free, the only way for you to do so is to learn how to hunt or know someone who does. Me personally, I like cutting out the middleman and handling business myself. I get great satisfaction in taking my bow out in the woods and harvesting my own natural meats, and can tell you that I 100% do feel a big difference in how I look and perform when I consume it versus even the hormone-free and grass-fed meat that are packaged and sold in many supermarkets today. And look, I'm not one of those all foods must be organic, hormone-free, free-range, grass-fed types. But I will say it does give me great fulfillment and peace of mind when I cook and consume lean and protein-rich game meat like venison, elk, and even bear that is void of any unnatural substances or hormones that pass from it to me and my family. So if you can, get your hands on some lean game meat. Number 6, tubers and root vegetables. These potassium-rich carbs not only help fuel your workouts, but also help aid in the digestion and delivery of powerful nutrients throughout your body to help aid in reducing inflammation and expediting your overall recovery process. Yes, some of the starchier options like sweet potatoes or regular potatoes or even yuca will elevate blood sugar higher than many like, but either before or immediately after training, these do a great job actually of neutralizing free radicals, given their rich antioxidant profile, replenish glycogen stores, and also help facilitate faster transport of amino acids to damaged muscle fibers, given the slight insulin spike that they cause. So, just like I want you to beware of the stigma of fruit being bad for you, have the same sentiment towards these starchier vegetables. They're not bad, they're just not ideal at unideal times. And just like with fruits, I like to aim for variety in their consumption and eating the bulk of them immediately after my training when your body needs what they offer. Best way to do it, way I like to do it, throw them in a Dutch oven or slow cooker along with that beef shank, pour some beef broth and fresh herbs like rosemary and thyme over it, and let it slowly braise and cook and break down for 3 hours or so until you're left with a hearty, healthy, and delicious home-cooked meal that feeds your family as well as your damaged muscle fibers. Number 7, bananas. Again, and I want you to repeat it with me. Fruit isn't the devil. Ripe bananas are a delicious snack in between meals, and especially post-workout treat that are packed with potassium that function as an electrolyte to help regulate water balance and improve motor unit function to enhance dependability of stronger, more powerful muscular contraction on a routine basis while going throughout the day and when training. Plus, they are great for making you more regular if you have problems dropping the kids off at the pool. So, yeah, definitely get you some ripe bananas and pound them bad boys. And because I feel like I ripped you off a little bit with number 1 being water, I'm gonna throw you a little bone here with the last one on the list. Number 8, eggs. I didn't say egg whites, I said eggs. Whole eggs, yolk and all. Yeah, they get a bad rap because of their fat content and high cholesterol, but the truth is, so long as your blood work is clean and you don't have a family history of high LDL levels, a couple of yolks a day are not only not a concern, but I believe a great benefit to your recovery plan. They're packed with omega-3s, vitamins A, E, D, and K, calcium, iron, zinc, and choline. They're far from the bad guy that for years they've been portrayed as. If you want a healthy, strong, and resilient cell, then egg yolks are a cheap, easy, delicious, and yes, extremely nutritious way to achieve that. So again, unless you are under strict orders from your primary care physician to not consume them because of either an allergy to them or you've got high cholesterol, don't be afraid of pounding a couple of whole eggs a day, because the truth is they pack a huge punch when it comes to your ability to recover faster from muscle damage. And there you have it, my top 7 favorite foods to help expedite muscle recovery. I want to know what you think though. Did I miss any that you would have added to the list? If so, please, if you don't mind, leave those options that I might have missed out in your mind down in the comments section, along with why you feel they're a good fit in your particular recovery plan, so we can all learn a little bit more from this video as a beautiful meathead community. Hey guys, thanks for checking out today's video. If you enjoyed it and want more, then do me a solid by hitting the thumbs up button, subscribing, hitting the alert icon so you get notified the instant I drop new videos here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you're looking for a more in-depth view of exactly how I program for all of my clients who are short on time, yet hungry for some serious results as they age, then start by grabbing your free copy of the Kettlebell Cardio Blueprint that I've put together for you by clicking on either the book image that you see right over there to the right or the pinned link at the top of the comment section down below. This free guide has a week's worth of my sub 10-minute home workouts, my top 10 rules for losing fat without losing size or strength, and my plug and chug workout builder to help you design fast and effective routines from the comforts of your home. So to grab it for free, just click over there or down there and I'll take you directly to the free download page, which allows you to put it to use today. Appreciate your time, guys. Have a good one. MANdler out.